Hello there, Gemini. Welcome to DragonTaleTarot. My name is Ariel, and this is your reading for the full moon lunar eclipse in the sign of Taurus. That was with us on November 19th, very early in the morning. I'm sorry I'm getting a little bit late getting these readings out. It's been very busy here, but these energies and patterns are of great influence, especially over the next 28 days, 30 days till the next full moon. We are building up to the following full moon will be in the sign of Gemini. And this particular lunar eclipse, I'm learning more about it over the last day or two, was actually a very meaningful one because it is the longest solar eclipse, it's not solar, but lunar eclipse that has been recorded in 1,000 years. The total process of that eclipse lasted about 6 hours. I was lucky enough to have clear weather. I was able to see that lunar eclipse. It was incredible. I thought mistakenly that it was a full eclipse, but it said it was a partial. But I tell you, that moon looked like it was pretty much covered. There was only a tiny, tiny sliver that was not, so they still consider it a partial eclipse, but it looked like a full eclipse to me. So beautiful. So Gemini, this is going to be all about the energies that are coming in around that lunar cycle for you. Like I said, even though I'm a little late getting this out past that exact date, this is still going to have a lot of significance for you because those lunar eclipse and full moon energies are certainly with us for at least 28 to 30 days after the full moon. And then, of course, you know, for some of us, the ramifications are even bigger. And I would say because it was in that sign of Taurus, this is very deep for manifesting work, for actualizing our dreams and bringing those things through with practical plans behind them. Very, very nice. And for you, Gemini, this is a very sensitive full moon because it was right on that cusp of that 12th house for you universally. So it brings up as well a lot of spiritual, intuitive feelings. So very, very psychic time for my Geminis out there as well. Let's get into some cards. I'm going to be using some Lunar Oracle and Tarot to get your messages. We're going to lay these out in a past, present, future pattern. If you've been here with me before, you know how I do these full moon readings. So dear angels, divine beings of light, guardians, ancestors, please let's see what we have for our beautiful Geminis, anything that they need to see for their highest and best good around these lunar eclipse cycles of this full moon in Taurus for November 2021. Thank you so much for your help and guidance. Ooh, very, very like, oh, wow. So Gemini, you got a lot of Aries energy coming in here. You do. So in the immediate past, the last lunar cycle, the last 30 days or so, you've had the new moon in Aries. It's time to take action. So there's definitely been a lot of action and activity happening. There may have been the birth of something new in your life, whether that's a new child, a new job, a new relationship, something fresh and energized coming into your life, which perhaps was very unexpected, but it's really made you have to be on target and jump and take action and come out of any modes of stagnation you may have been in. There we have it, Gemini, the hot moon of extremes. Yes, and this could have had you feeling like you've really had to bounce back and forth from one extreme to the next. Interestingly enough, the hot moon is the full moon of June, which is generally your season, Gemini. So I would say that this connects you with a lot of your core energies and core interior emotions. Going into the present energy, what that full moon in Taurus, that lunar eclipse, was bringing through for you and will be bringing through is a new moon in Virgo energy, a time to give rather than to take. So you're really being put into a new position where it's time to be generous. It's time to be of service to others. Virgo is a service to humanity sign. It's also a sign of organization. It's a sign of habits and routines. So paying good attention to your health and how healthy your routines and habits are is also very important. Don't unduly criticize yourself during this time. This is very much a time to cleanse, to purify, to detox your thoughts and your habits. Let's get a clarifier on this one as well. Got another full moon coming out here with the wolf moon of hunger. And, you know, some of this might be born out of some loneliness here. You might have been feeling kind of by yourself. This is the full moon of January, which usually happens during Capricorn or Aquarius season. And so this could be connecting you with, you know, that feeling of winter, that feeling of, you know, not having enough or worried about having enough. And it's time to put out the call. Gemini, you are a communication sign. Virgo is the other sign that's ruled by Mercury, your ruling planet, which deals with communication and thought process. So I really feel that this is saying it's time to reach out to your community. If you need help, right? Or if somebody else is needing your help, it's really important for you to communicate with them. Not only is that going to be very helpful for you, it's going to set up a new healthier pattern of routines and habits, but it's also going to get you out of that feeling of loneliness or feeling isolated. So going into the future, like I said, we got a lot of Aries energy in this reading for you, Gemini. We have got the full moon in Aries, a fiery climax approaches. So if you have any Aries in your chart or know someone who does, this could be even more significant for you, but I feel that this is definitely a several month period of the need to take action, to take movement. The time for kind of sitting and pondering and thinking and contemplating a whole lot is over. Right now, it is all about movement forward, building up to the next full moon of December that will be in your sign, Gemini. And it is about willpower. Yes. Oh my goodness. It's about willing things into being. It's about, you know, really putting your mind to it and sticking to it. I feel like if you stick with the things that you've already set in motion and you follow through on your plans and the work that you've already established, things really do start to move in your favor. But this really is about putting your mind to it, Gemini. Let's get some tarot on this reading, please. Spirit, past, present, and future. Let's deepen these messages up for Gemini around these lunar cycles. Very nice. A lot of fire. So much fire in this reading for this full moon. I think that this is a powerful time for you. So in the immediate past, on top of the new moon in Aries and the hot moon, we have the strength card, Leo energy behind this. So very strong again, very fiery, but it is about balancing those extremes, right, within yourself. The strength card is all about, you know, our interior spiritual energy and how it matches up with our physical incarnation. How do we use that energy outwardly, right, into the world? You know, that lion is roaring, and the sign, you know, the woman, the symbol of spirit of our inner divinity, is calming it down, because the outer, you know, manifestation of ourselves can be, you know, upset, it can get jealous, it can get, you know, worried, anxious, all those things that we go through, and we have to turn within to balance that out. Let's get a clarifier, please. And justice, look at that. We talked all about balancing the extremes, and justice is the ultimate major arcana of balance. And you know, Aries and Libra are the balancing act in astrology. They oppose each other, right? So they are the two balancing signs. This is really incredible. I feel like this past month or so, Gemini, you've been having to balance a lot of intensity, whether you've been feeling that inside of yourself or you've been experiencing that from someone outside of yourself that you've really had to work with or around. Right in the center, we do have the Five of Wands. So I do feel like there's some tension. There's a little bit of struggle, a little bit of tussle here. It may not be the easiest for you to reach out for help or to take the time to help someone else, because I feel like you're very busy, but it really does work more in your favor to do so. Also, because of that Virgo energy, I'm just going to say Virgo in astrology is a square to you, Gemini, And because of that, they can bring with them a little bit of friction, a little bit of tension. And if you're working with a Virgo person or a Virgo personality, there could be a little bit of tension. It doesn't have to be a bad thing, but sometimes it can be a little bit of a tussle, a little bit of a conflict kind of energy. And sometimes you just got to work through it, because the positive thing about the Five of Wands is that it does get you engaged. It does get you involved. Sometimes those sparks of conflict can turn into sparks of inspiration. So try to turn that around if possible. And we have the Queen of Cups. Ooh, so I also feel like the conflict could be because you're being called to be emotional, intuitive, and that may not be where you really are interested in going, because that's a deep energy. That's a Scorpio queen, right? It's deep. It's very profound, and it really digs into under the surface of yourself. So I could see that being a thing. Or you might be wanting to talk to somebody and dig deeper into their life and to understand them better, and they might be kind of hesitant to let you in. So just keep that in mind. Going into the immediate future, on top of that full moon in Aries, the card of willpower, we have more fire. All of these cards coming out are very fiery. So we've got the Temperance card. This is the major arcana for Sagittarius. It is again about balancing. Look at this. 1 foot in the water of emotion, 1 foot on the practical, logical, grounded earth. So I feel this is an important message that is telling you to keep things grounded and also intuitive. You've really got to work with that balance between yourself here, Gemini. And you do have two sides. Gemini is a dual sign. So it is important for you to take both of those into account, and to be, to moderate the action, because I feel like with these Aries cards, there's a lot of things that are coming forward for you fast and furious, and Temperance really encourage us is to keep things in a balanced perspective, to not let things get too overwhelming. Because when you come from a place of balance, you're going to make better decisions here, Gemini. And the action that you take will be a lot nicer. It'll just feel good. And on top of this, we've got the Six of Cups. With the Queen of Cups, the Six of Cups, and even our Temperance card, even though this is a fiery Sagittarius card, she's still carrying those cups of water and intuition. So I believe there is also a lot of emotion coming in here for you. This can be relationships of the past. Some of the tension you might be feeling could even be with someone that you've had, miscommunication with, maybe even hoping for reconciliation from their side, your side, or both. And so if there's somebody coming back into your life, over this next 30 days as this lunar energy plays out, do not be surprised. Keep things in balance. Keep things in balance, though, because, on the bottom here, we have the Five of Pentacles and the Five of Swords. So you do want to make good decisions that will connect you with positive people. The Five of Swords is definitely that, energy of stand up and fight for something or turn and walk away from it. So you may really be deciding what is worth, your energy, your time, what's worth fighting the battle for, and what's really it's time to let go of, because you had a lot of fives in there, which can be about conflict and conflict resolution. Let's get an affirmation for you, Gemini. Divine guidance. Yeah. I feel like this is a good month's lunar cycle to reach out for divine guidance, because there's going to be a lot coming your way. There's a lot of action and activity. And this is really about keeping your willpower strong, your balance even stronger, and making good decisions from a clear, impartial kind of mind, right? Really seeing both sides of any situation. Whispers from the beings who shine. Let their message be clear and kind. Yeah, so reach out for that divine guidance and intuition. Stay open to the messages that come through for you, Gemini. Hope this has been a wonderful full moon, and I hope your month ahead will be beautiful. Take care. I'll see you soon.